Alright, so for us to do our corset, first of all, you see I've folded this cement paper into two. Alright, I'm doing that using my chest measurement. The bust measurement is 36. Divide by 4, you have 9. This is 9. I folded it plus 3 inches allowance. That's why I'm folding by what? 12. Alright, so the next thing for us to do is to remove half an inch from the beginning point here. That's to have a starting point for our measurement. The next thing, the chest, these are the measurements I'm using. Bust 38, under bust 20, chest 36, under bust 28, half cut 12 and a half. This is 12 and a half, and a bust point of 9. Alright, so let's do that. So first of all, we'll get our bust point. This is bust point, and our half cut, we said is 12 and a half. This is 12 and a half. Alright, and we'll measure 4 inches below to locate our waistline. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 inches below. Locate our waistline. So we'll extend the lines this side. You have bust point 9, half cut, 12 and a half. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 inches down to locate our waistline. All right. So this is the bust point. This is the under bust, and this is our waist line. As simple as this. Alright. So the next thing we are going to do now is to mark the wideness of our neck. For instance, we're using a neck of wideness of 4. Alright. Okay. And after marking our neck, sorry, I forgot to put the shoulder measurement. We're using shoulder measurement of 14. Alright. And 14, that is 7 plus half inch, that's 7.5. Alright. So at this 7.5, we'll come down by 1 inch to slant our shoulder. So you see, slanted my shoulder. Alright. The next thing, from this shoulder I've slanted, we are going to come down by 7 inches to locate our arm. Alright. So this is 7 inches I've come down to locate our what? Our arm. These are arm points. Alright. And you can still call that arm point the chest line. So what is here? We have 7.5. I'll bring this 7.5 here. Okay. And I'm going to join this point to this point. If you are lost at any point, please let me know. So after that, we are going to take the midpoint of this 7, which is 3.5. This is 3.5, and here we'll come in by what? By 1 inch. Alright, that will help us with the curving of our arm. But before we curve this arm, we have to get our chest measurement, which is, our chest is what? Our chest is 9. So this is 9 plus 1 inch seam allowance. That is that. Alright. So this will guide us on how to curve our arm now. So I'm going to curve our arm into this, curve it here, and back into here. You can use your French curves, but I like using my free hand. So the next thing we are going to do now is to get our bust separation. Okay. And our bust separation is 7. For this bust of 36, the bust separation is 7. So 7 I'm going to use, that is 3.5 divided by 2, that's 3.5. So this is, let me measure this. This is my bust point. This is my under bust, and this is my waist line. Alright, hope that is clear so that you follow what I'm doing. So at this under bust here, I'm going to measure my bust separation, which is 7 inches divided by 2. That will give you 3.5. I'll add half inch to it. Alright, that becomes 4. I'll still bring it down, mark the 4 here. I'm going to bring my ruler, join these two dots together. Alright, So I'm going to remove my dart by removing half inch this side, half inch this side. I'll blend these 2 points back. That forms the what? The dart. That forms the dart we're going to remove on this dress. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is to mark out half an inch from here. Alright, half an inch from here. Okay. So on this half an inch, this is where our breast cut is going to rest. Okay, from this half an inch. Alright. So I'll bring in my breast cut. I'll make sure my breast cup is sitting this way. If you look at this breast cup, there's a part that is more curved. The upper one is a bit more sharp. This is more curved. So the one that is more curved that is sitting down here. Alright, this way. Pass like this. So once I bring my breast cup here, mind you, it's going to sit on this allowance here. Once I bring my breast cup here, I'll carefully mark around it. Let me see this. Carefully mark around it. Alright. And at this point where the breast cup is stopping, I'm going to extend this line this way. Alright. At the same point here, I'm going to extend it to this side like this. So I'll remove the breast cup and you can see what we have here. So the next thing we're going to do now is to apply our measurements. We only took our chest measurement. Our under bust measurement we said is 28 divided by 4. That will give you what? 7. That will give you 7. Alright. We are going to add as much as, let's just add 1.5 inch allowance to it. Alright, that is it there. Now coming to the waist line. Alright, I forgot to write the waist measurement we are using is 30. So the waist of 30, if you divide 30 by 4, you are going to have what? You are going to have 7.5. This is 7.5. But mind you, we have 1 inch here that is serving as that. So we'll replace this 1 inch back. Alright, and then we'll give our 1 inch allowance. Can you see that? So by the time we join these points together, we are having this and what? And this. Can you see that? This is our half cut. Alright, as simple as it is, we are going to now carefully remove it out. We are going to carefully do what? Remove it out. So watch what I'm going to do. How I'm going to remove it. I'm going to remove from here. So all this, if there's anywhere you are lost or confused about anything, please let me know. Alright? Because this is supposed to be very, very simple and straightforward. Take it this way. Take it this way. And when we are cutting, we'll just add half inch down here. Okay, or let's not worry, when we are cutting the main fabric, we'll add the half inch. Let's just leave this like this. When we are cutting the main fabric, we'll add the half inch. Alright. So we are going to use this to produce the back piece. I'm going to use this to produce what? The back piece. And using this to produce the back piece, I'm going to produce a back piece down here. Very simple. I'm going to leave an allowance this side. I'm going to leave an allowance this side of just. Alright, so for us to get the back piece, we are simply going to leave out an allowance here of about 1.5 inch. The allowance I left here is about 1.5 inch. All right, it's about 1.5 inch, and then we're going to cut this out on the exact shape. All right, I'm still going to cut this. But I'm going to mark out my allowance. This is where the allowance is. This is what the allowance is. And I'm going to join it together. Join it together. So the same thing for the dart. We saw our bust separation we are using 4. So we'll see mark our 4 here. Alright. Mark our 4 here. Mind all, this is the up part. So you indicate the up part so that I don't make any mistake. So we'll get a straight line from here to here. And for the dart's sake, we'll mark 1/2 inch this side, 1/2 inch this side. And we'll blend it downwards for our dart. Same thing this side. So this forms our what? Our dart for the what? For the back piece. Now, there's something I want to show you for the front piece here. For the front piece, actually what we are doing, we are just starting with the basics, alright? Just like we did for the senator, by the time we advance, we can begin to add other things. But if you look at this front here, alright, this front piece here, there are different ways of doing this front piece, and as you watch the video, I want you to decide on which one we should do, alright, so that we'll do it. Whether we should do this one I'm going to show you now, or we should just go with this first one, alright. For another one, you see the front is not flat. The front is not as flat as this. The front is what? Is slanty. Something like this. It's slanty, something like this. Alright. This is for some other corsets. So I want you to look at the two of them and tell me which one you want us to start with. As you watch the video, do you want us to start with this flat one, or we should start with that one that is a bit slanty, shapy, curvy? So whichever you want us to start with, you let me know, and we will simply go with it. Alright, makes no difference, just an extension of this line here. Alright, and these darts we follow. Alright, this is the meeting points. Okay, so that would have been looking something like this. And like this. So as you watch the video, whichever you decide that we should do, let me know so that we'll cut our fabric and we will straight up start stitching. Alright, so any of them that you want us to do, like I said, after watching the video, let me know. So for whichever you want us to do, either this or the flat one, whichever you want us to do, After watching the video, please let me know which one you want us to do, right? So that we can do it. You want this one that is slanty, or you want this one that is flat? Let me know after you watch the video.